We're muted. We're muted. Hello. We're gonna be a little lower energy today. I've been in the tummy ache club and I've been waiting for it to go away. And it isn't. And I wanna draw a little trash panda and a forklift. So yeah. we're just plowing on ahead. It's not that bad though. Let's see. Do I want to do a new one? We can look at some of the other ones I've done. We did the bean. Yeah. I wanna taste the moss. I'm trying to get all of this to go. There we go. Spooter. Oh, I saw, I guess we're calling him Jelly Balls again. He was just hanging out like a little gargoyle over my front door, and I was like, okay. He was on the inside though. I was like, that looks like a good, like, bug catching spot to me, so. It's just funny, I'm like, that's roughly the size and the shape, and I'm like, huh. And he got balls on his face. And I was like, oh, he got 7 legs. It's jelly balls. So I've got a 7-legged spider. Jelly Bean had 7 legs, but then she molted, and now she has her strong hand. So I think that is so cool that they can grow their leggies back. God, I haven't even been live for, we just, out of the gate, I'm like, I saw a spider. It's baffling that there are multiple spiders that I can identify as individuals. I'm like, yes, this is this specific spider. At least there's a few where I'm not sure, but there's a few where I'm absolutely sure. Especially in the case of Jelly Bean and Jelly Balls. So we're gonna do which one first? Dude, the cheese. Did the cheese not work? Oh, I suck. Thought there was a way for me to... I thought I could refund your... hang on, we've got this. Should be good now. We should be. Oh, my fucking cheese slap. And that brought the rats. Okay. There we go. Everything's working as intended. You know, when I was just... Oh, head pats. Oh, why is there 2? Oh, thank you for the redeem. Why is there so many? Why were there 2? Why 2 splurt? Alright. Alright, so I kind of have an idea for one. Oh man, the art block is definitely a lot better. We have a little we have a little Dorito guy. He's just a little guy. Why does it look more like a possum though? I have failed. Alright, that's... He's fine. He looks like an ambiguous rodent. Could be ferret. Could be possum. Oh my god. It's a rough sketch, don't judge me. Leave me alone or I'll turn everybody's OCs into spiders. Actually, ooh, you want to do a Halloween doodle thing where I draw your OCs as a spider? I do. We'll see. I always say that, and then my back has other plans. I need... Okay, what's a forklift look like? It has a wheel in the front, and a wheel in the back, and some prongs. And then what, you usually have like the little step down, like the big batteries in the back. What kind of... I gotta see what kind of forklift I'm drawing. Hold on. You got a little station. Then you gotta have your roll cage. Right? Does it have a little... I don't know how this goes together. This is not a spec. Nobody needs to build a forklift based off of my guess. So, if I do... I guess the box shape first. I can... Okay. I'm just drawing over the drawing. Don't worry about it. I want it to have some, like, Mad Max, like it's being driven too fast. My first pass, I like to just pull stuff from my head and not really grab rough sometimes, but this one I am gonna have to. Because I have like the prongs up top, so if I'm trying to... I want to warp the forklift the same way you warp the bean. It's Skuttz time. It is, it is. Hello, Nittany. Welcome in. This one is reach, so battery is either under your seat or under the dash. I will have to go and look. Oh my god. I worked somewhere where they had like a forklift that had to move like tonnage. And she had a paint job, she had a name, and her horn sounded different, and you'd heard the bonk bonk, and you know, oh gosh, we gotta get out of the way. The other little ones are like beep beep, and you're like, okay, yeah, forklift, okay, forklifts have the right of way. You hear the bonk bonk, you're like, I don't want to be paced on the floor. Forklifts always have the right of way. It's also crazy that in grocery stores, like, when people are going around with, like, forklifts or something, during, like, moving stuff around or cleaning things even, like, the fact that you'll see people just keep walking in front of them like it's not a piece of machinery. I'm just like, what, do you not understand? It's usually at somewhere where it's like 24 hours if you go at like gremlin hours. And it's like people will just like walk in front of the forklift like they don't give a fuck. I'm like, you've never worked in a warehouse and it shows. You you hear a beep beep, the forklift gets the right of way. Let's see. We're going here, going there. What? There's a forklift game. Why can't I find the thing that I want? I'm trying to find the forklift. I've lost the forklift. I repeat, I've lost the forklift. There it is. Oh, I just see one new message. Damn it. It's too slow. Oh, wow, that's tall. No. This is great. Alright, let's just grab a little screen grab. Yes. Alright. I like that. That was good. I could find the angle I needed. Do I want to save? No. So it's a different shape forklift, but only. So the okay. Beep beep beep. Do 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 do. Honestly, out of all the stuff I usually draw, this one's gonna throw everybody the most. They're gonna be like, so what'd you draw recently? And be like, forklift. They're gonna be like, a forklift. We're like, yeah. I should just like not explain. Just make them wonder, like, what kind of art I drew with the forklift. Watch the math go. The eyebrows scrunch. And then no explanation. Let's see. So it's got like a weird little thingy. It's like this. Just because I know you're not supposed to, we're going to do the forklifts at, like, the worst height. Right at the worst height. You always travel with the forks to the ground. But we're going Mad Max style. I think I should add some, like, actual Mad Max inspiration. That would be fun. Trying to make this look good without it being too detailed. And then I'll probably do a second pass over this sketch. The little guy is not a problem. Drawing the forklift, much more difficult. At least for me. But it's not too bad. We'll get there. Alright, and then we got to add like the cab or something here. Is there a little gate thingy on it? What? Oh, where'd it go? There we go. Thanks for the refs. We're not going Mad Max, we're going Orc. Wow. Oh God. So, like, I'm not an amazing singer. I just like to sing for fun. And I've recently played around with doing a few like karaoke streams and stuff. And so sometimes I'm doing sound checks and I'm trying to check my sound gates and make sure that like we've got a noise gate that helps with stuff over a certain volume so we're not like blowing people's speakers and such. No screaming at the jump scare and making you scream at my scream because it was too loud. And so I was trying to do something. The karaoke tests are fun. And so, because that's an easy one to pick up if I'm being too loud and it's like making the fucking microphone fuzz out and stuff. And one of them was like a screamo song. I was like, sure, I know this one. And I was like, oh God, okay. But I was trying to figure it out. I was not singing well, but I was sitting there trying to figure it out. And I finally kind of found like how to do the voice. And it's the same as my D&D character for Unibor Skuttz, where it's like just kind of going down into like the gruff kind of gritty. And I'm just like, really? Oh no. So now if I ever try to do anything like that and I do the voice, I can only think of like metal band Unibor Skuttz. It's trying to make sure that everything has the same like bends and warp. I'm not doing it right. But I'm trying to get some of the pieces in the spots and then we'll fix some of it. Because like this is actually Somehow I got off the angle. All right. So I think this is really interesting. This is when I'm trying to very carefully make sure I'm only drawing at one angle. So like, I'm not flipping it, because I want to make sure that I'm sweeping stuff at the same angle, or if I do, I need to be very cautious that I'm like going in the same arc in the opposite direction. What I'm trying to figure out. I didn't get a very high resolution thing. I don't actually think that that matters, because we're going to stick this little guy here. Right? Be like, come on, guy. Come here. My little fellow. We're going to put you right on in there. Yes. Alright. I like it 1,000 times more now. We just have little guy. Yes. Yes. Alright. So we should add some stuff here. How do we do... So I feel like there should be like... So then these should just be sharp. I put them at the correct height. They should just be like sharpened like swords. Let's see. So I don't know that we can really put like the cattle pusher type thing on it. Where can we put like... I guess I just... Alright, so... Me. Alright, let's see. What else do I want to add? Bum, 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 bum. Maybe some welded on patches for the boys. I can't put tank treads on it. Don't think there's a spot for me to. Alright, we'll do some kind of, I like the hazard striping probably. Me? What? Oh, struggle. We're struggling. Okay. We'll do... No, we'll just do straight diagonal. It's that or doing it checkered. I see a lot of the checkered pattern. Okay, let's see. What else do I want to do? Just looks like there's lots of like welded on patches. Or riveted, I guess. I'm wrong. Those aren't welds. Fuck me. What am I even fucking saying? Skuttz, you fucking know the difference between a rivet and the fucking welds. What the fuck? I'm disappointed in myself right now, you guys. You have no idea. I dealt so much with both of them. I should just fucking know. There's no way I should have fucked that up. I suck. That's horrible. That's fine. It's like calling a pot a pan. You're just like, what? I mean, I guess they kind of hold a similar purpose, but they're a little bit different. That's even worse. It's even worse than that. Alright, let's see. I was gonna be a welder. Them potatoes kicked my ass. So now I just draw butts. Life's okay. I like the idea of adding more stabby onto the stabby, right? And this guy needs a tail. We can't, like, not give him... We'll figure it out. I think he needs more room. He needs more room. He's going fast. His tail needs more space to show just how fast he's going. I won't be... I want this forklift. Adorable danger. Indeed, Spooter Skuttz. Hello, Spork. I have been in the drawing zone. It matters on the lift. Little guy energy was too strong. He became possum. We'll fix. We'll make sure he looks right. This is the under sketch. This one's reached, so the battery is out. Okay, yes. Yes, impale height. Thero Skuttz would, though. Yeah, imagine Bard Skuttz, but she's just fucking metalcore. Oh, Skuttz, how dare. Deathlight, you understand my sin. You understand how grave an error I made. Uh, what's next? I'm gonna call a rivet a spot weld. It's funny because a spot weld's just a circular weld, so it actually looks more like a rivet than a weld. Just in case I need to mansplain what a fucking rivet is to anybody versus a fucking spot weld versus a weld. Do you want to know the difference between MIG welding and TIG welding? No, I'm kidding. I love metal. I love metal and I love spiders. I want to make a giant metal spider. These two things are naturally going to happen at some point. All things in my life. More stabby. When you are here by phone, gonna look you in the eye. Oh man. I'm gonna give him like these little like stabby plate looking things. We're just gonna layer them on top. They're thick. Give them some thickness. Then they have a center part that do this. Yeah. You know, all the time I spent looking at welds and schematics and specs, that's the only reason I feel like I can draw mechanical things like this anymore. I never used to be able to. And then one day, I just had to look at it for too long. I'm like, I understand how these look. Please. I don't want to do this anymore. Okay, follow the arc. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I'm just a kobold. Alright, farm welding's a new one for me. You've done a spot welder and also done riveting, but you've never done TIG or MIG. That's fair. I think I've only done MIG welding, and I made a sculpture. I never got to get any further than that, and that's okay. My body was like, I don't know about being a fucking metal worker, and I'm like, I fucking guess. Would have been cool though. And I got invited to work on stuff around the state, like art installations with the college, but I just couldn't accept it because I couldn't. It was just knocking me down. They're like, okay, well, if you ever want to. And I was like, one day when I get better. One day when I get better. It's been a while, and things are better, but I don't think it's ever going to be better enough for me to be that physically involved in stuff like that. And if I were to do anything, it would for sure be art, though. I don't think I would want to do manufacturing welding. Though I was going to be the bestest, I bet. Would have been great at it. TIG welding mismatched materials. Why? Because it was the hardest thing I heard you could do. So, sure, let me at it. It's the same reason I'm able to, like, do my own VTubing stuff. When I hear something's difficult, I'm like, okay, but, like, how difficult? I love a challenge because I love the feeling of overcoming it, where I'm just like, oh, fucking, I did that. That's why my VTuber is a little janky when I get my 2D one out, but you know what? I made her myself. And a lot of people can't get through learning the software, and I understand. I don't blame them. It was an absolute ball ache, but I was fucking determined to see my horse wiggle around and talk. And the VTuber, I think, is just a for now, the 3D one here. But I really enjoy having different ones to switch between, and I'll probably update my PNG tuber so we have something for when I do Baldur's Gate streams. Hey, do we have... Hold on. Have I seen YouTube? Do we have a YouTube? There is a Bootsy and a Ricardo. Hello, hello. Sorry. Got covered with forklift refs. I'm so sorry. My apologies. You wouldn't TIG weld a cube. God damn it. I remember you explained that to me, but I don't remember exactly the joke. I just remember that it's a joke and it's ridiculous. And then also, I want a $5,000 tungsten cube, please. No reason. Farm welding is get it together no matter what. Fair. A lot of the time you just braze them together. That's fair. Brazing is also an entirely different process. Oh, God. It was regularly like 10 degrees hotter even in the summer because of brazing things. And I had to wear jeans. It would be like 95 outside and 105 inside. And I'm dying in a pair of jeans. I was like, oh my God. It was fair though, like, the metal shops have sharp things. So having thick pants does do favors, but it's really fucking hot. I love that one. I'm like, you can take the rat out of the shop, but you can't take the shop out of the rat. Anytime I go to Home Depot or a hardware store, I just get too excited. I'm like, yes. Just the smell of the hardware store. Like, cats on catnip, that's me. But it's me with, like, just... I don't know if it's the smell of the lumber or the paints or, like, what. But there is something about the smell in a hardware store that I'm just like, please. Like, it's up there with the rain, after it hasn't rained for a little while, and, like, a fresh book, or, like, also an old book. I love that fresh book and old book are two very distinct, but also very amazing scents. What if I drew a little weld bead? Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I'll do what I want. That's some really nice welding. Do you think the orcs welded that, or do you think they stole it from something somebody else welded? That's what I want to know. It's over at Meme Corner. Oh, speaking of, anybody who is a regular participating in Discord in general, we're about to make a new Discord server. It is getting really close to being finished. So any input on things that you just in general like or dislike or would like to see or would like to see less of in, like, this is your time to give feedback. Exploded!
Welcome in, Jack CC Corgi.
Oh my goodness, thank you. Welcome in. Skuttz having to draw terrible welds just to keep the build quality believable. Oh god. Don't. Don't do that to me. No. Somebody just shows up in my DMs and commissions me to draw bad welds, and then you watch me sob. Hello there. Hope I'm doing seacorgally good tonight. Why, yes. Actually, I am. I was feeling a little low energy at the start of the stream, but drawing always gets me perked up. And then I have a little guy, and he's driving a forklift, and the forklift has a forklift. What if I put another forklift on the forklift? Don't tempt you. Don't tempt you with what? Bam. And another one. Why draw it when I could draw it? Is it just too big? I think I made them too large. They need to be narrower. Boo. Alright, let's see. Let's make this one. 'Cause I'm gonna go over this a little bit. I'll make the other ones a little bit. So that looks good anyways, that's fine. Quick question. What would I say if you were to tell you you're a hybrid of a hybrid of a Welsh Corgi? I was reading sooner than I was speaking. Reading fast. A lot of people ask if they eat or kick you to water, do you float or sink? That's so mean. I wouldn't kick you or yeet you to the water. I would simply go to the edge, go into my inventory, and do the dupe, and drop billions of you into the lake until it crashes the game. It's a much, much kinder way to do the float sink test. Also, I would assume, do corgis sink or something? Is there a problem? Is the corgi ass too fat? And then the otter half can't outswim the butt fluff? So you say to them, want to see if I don't... Yeah, I would say that to anybody who was going to punt me as well. You're like... Obvious blob sections that have no weld penetration. Ah! Oh, dude, okay, hang on. So I gotta tell you about the funniest fucking weld joke, okay? Alright, so we've talked enough about welds. And I'm gonna hope that we know... We're saving this. Alright, cool. And so I would check out welds sometimes, and I had a coworker who had an inspection mirror that we would use to, like, look inside parts, right? And no, we're dismissing the ad. I'm telling a story. Hold on. So this guy turns around and he's holding this inspection mirror and, like, pointing it at his ass, and he's, like, looking at his ass in this tiny mirror. And I go over and I'm like, dude, what are you doing? And he's like, I've got lack of fusion. It seems I've got lack of fusion. Referring to his butt crack, because lack of fusion is when the two pieces of metal don't, like, actually get hot enough to, like, fuse and you don't get penetration and they don't connect. And so I just thought it was hilarious. Like, we just didn't weld the rest of it up. It just left a little bit of it undone. I was like, that's funny. Someone someone calling their butt crack a weld with lack of fusion. You have to have, I guess, a certain sense of humor to understand. It was still fucking hilarious. And that job was wild though. I do miss having coworkers to torment. You guys are kind of like my coworkers to torment. Except that, oh god, it goes both ways. Cause chat can torment me too, just like the cell that wouldn't stop playing Skrillex from like the moment we were allowed to play music on shift to the moment that the shift was over. I was listening to that first Skrillex album nonstop, like over and over again, and it was unpleasant. I don't want to listen to Skrillex ever again. A punishment on the punishment wheel would be make Skuttz listen to a Skrillex song. Oh, that's somebody knows. No, it's intentional. It's for stress flexing, so it didn't crack anymore. Oh yeah, chat need bully. I need to get the little chat icon made. We're gonna do something a little simple and fun. Skuttz be doing the otter dupe glitch. Yes. Then if anybody threatens to punt the otter, they can just all swarm them like a mob of ankle biters, and then they will think twice. Okay. Some things. Yeah, I don't get why people say stuff like that. If someone were to come in here and be like, oh, you're a spider, what if I squished you? I'd just be like, ban. I don't know. There's bullying and then there's being mean. Alright, so I think that this might be where I'm going with a lot of this. What do you think? I think I need to probably do the face a little bit better. But in general, I think maybe we need something up top here. That looks about, I'd say, yeah. What if it's just like a little mace for no fucking reason? Oh, fucking no. It seems like that it could be a bad idea, but he's gonna have a helmet on, so he's fine. Incoming ad break. All right, we're just going to do the 3-minute ads so we can be done with it and get rid of pre-rolls, okay? Everybody hang tight. Thank you so much for supporting me. And if you can't afford a subscription, hanging tight through the ads will be an amazing way to support me without having to spend any moonies. Also, yeah, something Amazon Prime, whatever. And if you are supporting me or you did get gifted a sub, thank you so much. I really appreciate the support. Jaxie, I don't know if you can hear me, but I don't use Twitter anymore. I only use Blue Sky. Alright, I'll be right back. Why is my BRB broken? All right, we have returned. Thank you for sticking through that little break. Let me stretch. Let me use the restroom. Oh, thank you, Deathlight. Yes, I kind of stopped using Twitter. It's not. It's one of those things where the engagement on Twitter is so bad and so low. It's not even really worth my time to go post there because my art isn't argumentative or problematic and causing issues and making people angry and dogpiling on me. So therefore, I don't really get a lot of traction. And I actually have gotten more likes with a smaller following on Blue Sky in general than I do on Twitter with a larger following because people just don't see shit. It is, it's honestly, I enjoy it. I feel like I have a more linear timeline and I can see better stuff. It's not perfect, it does have its own problems, but definitely feel like Blue Sky has been a better move and I get more engagement for the time that I take to make the posts. I do wish they would have their shit together and get the ability to like schedule posts going, but you know, we'll hopefully get there. I don't know. Should probably update my links on Twitch. I did. The image I think is still, yeah, yeah. Um, it's on my things. It's on my things to update. We will definitely get there. Thank you for reminding me though. I did. It's one of those things where it's like, shit, I've been doing this for so long and slowly growing and things have been slowly changing that, yeah, it's just having to kind of realize some stuff has become outdated and having to go back around and make sure it's current. Alright, now I understand the back of this. And I really want to make it so you can just see the wheels. I think that's fine. This is a cartoon. You know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck everything. It gets big orc tires. Fuck it. There are no rules, I make them. This is why I draw art. This is I do it. How do I make it like squishy like it's like a fat tire? Like they do for like dune buggies. And sand rails. Should have it like peeling out with the. Wait, can we give it like monster truck mufflers? Okay, I'm sorry, we're just going crazy. I'm having a lot of fun with this. This is such a dumb concept in like the best way. Like I don't mean that in an insulting way. Like you get, you know what I mean. Keon, this is so dumb. I love it. This is great. He's just a little guy and he's in a forklift and the forklift is excessively just decked out and this is amazing. This is why I love art and I love doing commissions because this is a smash up of somebody else's aesthetics that creates something that I myself might not have decided to put together with my own aesthetics. But I am sitting here and I'm fucking living for this. This is amazing. So good. Oh, I could probably warp the whole drawing and that would do it. Oh. Ba-da-ba-da. Yeah, just clicked on the bird pic and gone to blue sky. Good, good. I'm sorry, I do need to fix that. I'll tell you what happened. I wandered over to Canva, probably intending to fix it, and then probably searched to see if I could find the blue sky icon. Probably couldn't find it. Then went to go somewhere else to get the blue sky icon, and that's as far as I made it on the quest before I wandered off and started doing something else. That's why I hate my phone. I can open it to do one specific thing, but there's so many. As soon as I see a notification and I get distracted, and I'm like, what the fuck was I even going on my phone for? To the point that during like tax season, when I'm doing my freelance artist taxes, I use an old school calculator so that there's nothing else I can get like distracted by when I'm trying to do the big important number crunching. Because the number of times I'd try to open my phone while I'm already trying to figure everything out and get all the stuff together, and just entering in a bunch of information, it's just tedious. It's not really that bad. But yeah, it gets even more tedious if every time you open your phone to use it for a calculator, you wander off, end up on Facebook or answering DMs for commissioners, and you're like, wait a second, I wasn't supposed to be answering people about their commissions, and well, oh shit, I was supposed to be doing my taxes. So if I just slap out the old, the old archaic solar powered, God, it's from the 90s. I've had it forever. I love it. It's the best calculator. And it's by my side during the number crunching. Alright, so I think I got this. I think we're gonna do the thing on the top. And I'm giving it treaded tires. 'Cause the fuck I am. Alright. How long have we been doing? Oh, I don't have my timer up. Yeah, I can tell I didn't feel good. I'm off my game. Oh man, chat, you fucking sent me on like an existential crisis. I blame you. I crashed out on stream the other day about chat saying I don't sound like I'm from the Pacific Northwest. I'm like, what the fuck? I was born and raised here. The fuck do you mean I don't sound like I am from the Pacific Northwest? They're like, no, what? I'm like, I'm gonna go cry in the corner with Sasquatch, okay? I'll just go back out to the woods. The hell, hang out with Jellybean and it's fine. Now I'm just like thinking about the way I talk, and I'm just like, how do I not sound like I'm from the Pacific Northwest? What do I do? What do I do that doesn't sound like I should be chugging lattes and flannel while eating apples and like although, and it's fucking funny though. I'll never forget someone pointing out to me that like almost everybody in the Lord of the Rings all have like different regional accents, and like as a dumb American, I'm like, oh my god, like they all just sounded British to me. Like, no, this is from this area, this there, and then like I'm like, I can't unhear it when I listen to it now, but I've watched that so many times since it was released, and I was just like, what? Anyways, that sent me. I'm like, how? Oh god, that's so good. Do you see how I just gave that's dimension right there. Bam. I'll bring this one up and in. God, I love sketching like this. It just makes everything so easy. That just took that from like a scrunkly little bit to... Oops, I erased the chunk I gave myself over here. That's fine. It's all fine. Why? Do they have a way that these are stuck on or no? You know what? If they believe it's stuck on, it's stuck on. How about that? That's how it goes. It really does. I love drawing orc stuff because I'm trying to figure out, like, technically, I'm like, would this work? Does this look good? And I'm like, if they think it works, it does. And if it's right, it goes fast. The city streets are empty now. There's no shine no more. Brown, 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 brown. Mm-hmm. All right. I'm trying to figure out. I think I might finish this one at a later time. I'm not gonna lie, Kian. This is too good to leave as a doodle. I feel like I should give you the opportunity, if you would like, to like maybe upgrade it so that you can print it as a sticker. Cause this is so cute. Like, look at him. I'm not even done making him cute. Oh. Once in a while, something just has really good potential. I'm like, I'm just gonna check in. Sometimes stuff stays where it's at, and then once in a while, it's like, no, yeah, we should do that. And he doesn't even have his little orky helmet on yet. Let me go grab his helmet. We'll do that next, and then we'll see. Either I'll clean this up a little bit, or we will see about holding off to do a little more with it. It's just super fun. I mean, we could put it in the shop if that was fine with you. Like, you're a mod. We should have... Oh my god. And Atlas likes Warhammer too. And I do too. Harlequin Atlas one. And then we do Sisters of Battle Skuttz, hey? That would be fun. You want your guy on a shirt? He's just a little guy. Yes. It's so good. Do. I'm so dumb. It's your fucking icon, dude. I'm like looking, trying to find a ref. I'm like, what does his helmet look like? What does this helmet look like? It's you. I feel like this is one where we probably want to maybe make... I don't know. Let's see. Oh, I need to actually start designing some Skuttz merch and stuff. I think that would be really fun. It's one of those things I keep saying I'm going to do and keep saying I'm going to do, and then I just never do it. And I think I can... I'm going to be real with you guys. Part of it's because I got just really bored of Skuttz. Like, little unenthusiastic of my design. Especially considering, like, my current VTuber design... Well, not the current one. I'm a spooter now. But before that, I felt like I didn't have a lot going on to add a lot of visual interest. It was just something I did so I could communicate and convey. And, having something that I feel is more fitting will be nice. But the spider design has been really fun. Like, as you can tell, I've already, I guess, drawn her, at least once. But she's also, I've drawn her a few times in my sketchbook. And so, like, just having a design that I've kind of fallen in love with again has been nice. The hardest thing is trying to elongate stuff and make it like disproportionate. It's so hard. I just want to keep it in proportion. But I'm getting to the point where I'm like, I want to play with cartoony shapes. I want to exaggerate things. He got really tiny. Oh, sorry. I set off my vertigo every time I do that. I just made myself dizzy. I'm focusing on this, and so it zooms out, and I'm just like, dun 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 dun, just shot into space, and I'm like, whoa. I just stun lock myself for a second. Oh God. It's a symptom of my. Oh God. Sorry. Ever since somebody had pointed out that you could just say the abbreviation by making a fart noise with your mouth, I'm like, that's exactly how I feel about it. Oh gosh. Listen carefully to the sound of three kobolds in a trench coat. Why is Joe Cat did a thing, and now I just keep getting variations of three kobolds in a trench coat. It's amazing. It's amazing for some of the other creators too, because I think Joe Cat doing it made it kind of pop off, because I didn't really see it ever before as a trend, but he's so large as a creator with reach that when he did it, it was like, now people are like finding all these other, because the algorithm's like, oh, you like that version? Do you like this one? And then it's like different art styles. Sometimes it's sung differently, or it's just fun. It's fun. But you get to kind of showcase and stumble along some other good artists because somebody decided to hop on a trend, and it's like, yes. God, everything's so weird. I'm trying to figure out how to like function on the internet so I can sell art sucks, but I love art enough, I'll figure out how to do it. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. Sure, I'll be a horse on the internet. I'm technically a unicorn and a spooter. Am I a spooticorn? What am I? What do you call a unicorn spider? Had the most horrible thought, you guys. Sorry. I'm like, what would that even be? And I'm like, okay, well, what is it? Like unicorns? I'm like trying to combine the concept of like a unicorn and a spider and figuring it out. I'm like, so like unicorns are like attracted to the pure and like come to virgins. And I'm just thinking of like spider goth mommy Skuttz being like, come here. And so it'd be like, please somebody have sex with me. Just like, all 8 legs. That's the SCP. I am an SCP. Oh no, sorry. I'm gonna go sit down. I am sitting down. I'm gonna go sit in the corner. Jesus Christ. One for the monster fuckers. Jesus. I didn't think about anything. I didn't think about anything when I put this together. I was just like, I like spiders and I like unicorns. Well, I just put a spider on my unicorn. Oh god, I became the nightmare. Oh god. Oh shit. Alright, I want to make this look. No, that's dumb. You can always try it, and if it doesn't look good, you don't have to do it. Oh man. Okay. Okay, now that we've calmed back down. By we, I just mean me. Sorry, been unhinged. I've actually had some uptime to work. Oh shit. Hang on. I just laughed too much. I think I just blew my voice out a little bit there. Hang on, I'm gonna drink some water. Oh my god. Eat. Spooters. Just art. Like, oh my god. I should be a spider for Halloween. I should just be a spider for Halloween. I wonder if I have enough fabric for some fuzzy parts. What just happened? Oh, my tablet unplugged. Why? Oh god, that just jump scared me. Why did my tablet shut off? No. I was in the zone. What? Bro. What happened? If my tablet just died, I'm gonna... We're not jumping to conclusions. Give me a moment. I guess I'm finding out why my tablet just shut off. This is dumb. Oh, fuck. I guess we're gonna go to the BRB screen. I'm just gonna run another ad, so while I'm troubleshooting this, we just don't have to fucking deal with that. Will it let me do one again? Maybe. Alright, we'll see. If it runs one, it runs one. Otherwise, we're going to the BRB. Yep, it does. Okay. I'm gonna figure out why my tablet just shut off. Why is that BRB broken? What are we doing? Alright, I fixed it. The HDMI cable, I guess, came loose. So it's not gonna come loose anymore. I took care of it. Yeah, me too. I was like, I swear to God, if my fucking tablet shit out. This is not what I need. I bought it with my STEMI check. He's just a little guy. Maybe. All right. I'm having fun. Beans. No, okay. Oh my god. I will remind you guys there's a new feature. There are 2 new redeems. I think I need a better name for them so we know that they are a pair. But yeah, I just figured you guys could play tug of war. I feel like I should just put some of like, but I, just a little guy, Dorito shaped. All I remember when I did the studies is that everything was triangular. I'm like, we'll do that. We'll make it all triangular. It looks, we're back, it looks right. He needs a tail. Maybe? Alright. Maybe just a little tail. Everything else is so big. Right. Be like behind those. Yeah, that works pretty good. I'm not sure if I feel like I'm doing this backwards. It was a moon. It's okay. This doesn't have to be the final. How do we just... Yeah. Stick a skull on it. Boom. Success. Oh, God. I think I'm trying to figure out. Do we do the helmet like this? Because he's poking his head out over the side. Or does this go in front? So do I want to go with his stuff coming out and overlapping? Or is it better when it's not there? I feel like the shape is way more interesting when it's like his head is sticking out. Alright, Trash. Do you have a preference? Actually, I kind of like this one where the horn's overlapping that, but this is overlapping this. So it makes the two things look very combined. I like it. This is so... so dumb. I love it. Just put it on tank treads. It's a tank now. It's a tank lift. I mean, you're already throwing safety out the window. Is it a forklift anymore if it doesn't have 3 wheels? Or is it still clearly enough a forklift? We don't have to... We don't have to add that one. It's just fun. It's like spitballing ideas. Alright. Oh, this isn't spaced right. forklift equals has forks on the front of the lift. Don't know. Seems like a forklift to me. Yeah? Pardon me while I eat sardines. Would you eat sardines, yes or no? Am I weird for liking them? I didn't used to. I didn't like the texture, but now I don't know. I crave them. Especially right now. I need sardines. I'm just gonna eat a sardine. They're a bit of salt. I already tortured Discord with a picture of me eating sardines on a sun chip and calling it fish and chips because it's fucking hilarious. A no fish person would definitely not like sardines, fair. Where is my phone? There we go. I just heard it. The part that concerns me is I couldn't see it. Surströmming? What's that? You love seafood, give you anchovies on pizza, crunch the bones of your tinned salmon, and even enjoyed. Uh, it, it's the bones that I don't like in the sardines. I actually like eating them on sun chips because the crunch of the chip hides the crunch of the bone. I'm so used to bones in fish being inedible that my brain does not like thinking about the fact that I'm eating the bones. But maybe calcium. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what's in that shit. Give me the omega fatty acids for this fat ass. How do you think I keep my unicorn coat so sleek and shiny? Yes, it's a misnomer that unicorns like sugar cubes. No, no. We like canned sardines. Surströmming is really difficult to eat. I'm sure I'm butchering the pronunciation. Strömming? Surströmming? Swedish fermented fish. Mmm. Hmm. Hmm. How hard is it to find? If I hit 10,000... Not 10,000. If I hit 1,000 on Twitch, we'll do it. If I'm not allergic to it, I'll eat it. Alright, let me send the... Visit Sweden website has the tagline, Surströmming, the rotten herring that Swedes love. Because, like, I like fish sauce, and fish sauce is in a lot of the foods I make. Because I don't get a lot of seasoning, and it's got that sweet-ass umami. But I'm sure it's different, like, it's got other I don't know. I think that's fermented sardines? God, no way. God, I fucking love sardines. I put sardine juice in my food. All of the food. Sardines, all of the time. That's interesting, though, because, like, some people will take, I guess, fish oil in a capsule. I don't know, is it fish oil? I'm curious, Anyways. If we hit a wild milestone, we'll do it. It'll be like the top sub goal. Right under fucking feet pick, man. It'll be up there at the top. We gotta go ham. It sounds like it's quite the experience. We'll have to earn it. Should get sardines more. Haven't had them in ages, but they seem like a great snack. That's why I'm eating them. I'm like, I'm kind of hungry, but not. And for once, I'm like, well, then rather than be wanting for a snack, I'll just keep a can of sardines over here and eat a sardine or two while I'm drawing. Don't mind me. Now you know why Neil's always giving me the fucking dirty looks. It's because I don't fucking share my sardines with him. It's why he judges me so harshly. I thought hogging all the magic cards was bad. He's like, bitch, give me the fucking sardines. I'm like, no, Neil. If I poured sardine fucking juice on you, I would have to throw you into the landfill. You would no longer be a land seal, you'd be a landfill seal. God, I don't imagine dumping sardine oil on anything and it surviving, not smelling like fish for the rest of its existence. Oh. Big stretch. Alright. Did I screenshot this? Give me just a second. I keep saying I'm gonna send this. Just send dance. Bootsy's listening to Nirvana. Which one? I know that was a while ago. I'm sorry, I meant to reply to it. I saw Nirvana a while back. Just like, oh man. Living in the Seattle area. Nirvana is something I heard long time, lots of times, just on the radio station. I'm just like, If we keep the treads, I think I'm going to expand that front jaw looking piece. Jaw looking piece. It doesn't look like a jaw enough. What if we just did that? Because I fucking love it when they make it look like the things have, like, teeth. Yeah. Fuck yeah. Alright. Sorry. Look, I get passionate, okay? If you can't respect that, I don't know why you're here, because that's what makes really good commissions. my passion and my commitment. We'll figure out, we'll make it look good. Yes. Alright. What time is it? It's 9. Okay. I love, like, the idea of the fucking forklift prugs just being, like, sharpened like those other things. Like, they're already kind of the same shape, and I just put these were on, like, a model And so I took a piece from that design and brought the element over here so it felt like it's Warhammer-esque. And then it's like, it's funny because I already wanted to sharpen the forklift prongs, and then there was a design element that looked kind of the same way. So now it just looks like he's got a bunch of them stacked up. I just don't want to lose that, like, arch that I have. We're trying to go for a really stylized here. So where I'm like, let me play with style and fun idea. And then I get something like this, and I'm like, yes. I've got a bunch of cool, like, I love the leniency to kind of scamper off and do stuff. Alright. I'm gonna save this, and then... Any good machine needs a metal mouth. Yes, it does. Oh, man. He's just a little guy. This is the coolest forklift I've ever seen, if I do say so myself. I didn't make it sexy, but I made it sexy. You know what I mean? Oh, look at those weld beads. Oh, yeah. I joke, but seriously, if you show me a real nice weld, I'll be like, oh, baby, look at how even and smooth that is. Oh, it's like someone just flipped over a little stack of coins, and they're just so beautiful and even. Yes. Give it to me. Anyways, that's why I was going to be a welder. My welds would have been amazing. The end. You love the jaw you've ended up. This is too good. Yes, I love it. I'm so glad when I can nail the vibe of something. Sexy means very different things depending on the base object. Yes, it does. Alright. Oh, sexy weld ain't gonna have massive honkers. You say that, but I bet I could make it happen. Wait, but no, then that would be a flaw in the weld and there'd be an issue. Unless. It just reminds me of when you get, like, yeah, the lack of fusion where you see where it's got the cold bead on top where you're like, yep, no, that didn't fuse underneath. Oh, here comes that lack of penetration again. I'm sorry, I get on some wild shit sometimes. You're like, okay, yeah, just Skuttz is just a unicorn hanging out, drawing art on the internet, and I'm like going off about metallurgy and welds or spiders for some reason. I know so god awful much about spiders. You're welcome. Deep weld penetration. I can't. I can't even. Okay. Ugh. That lack of fusion joke, man. So fucking funny. So we're gonna save this one here for now. And then I'm moving on to one for Deathlight of Rose. Or, let's see. Hang on 1 second. All right. Do, 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 do. There you are. Do, do, do. Oh, you. Do, 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 do. Oh my god, I actually have to see what I'm opening. I'm scared. Alright. Oh my god, wow. We came a long way. We came a long way. That's why you trust the process. This is the same thing. It's funny. Still good. They're both still good. Alright, we're deleting this one though. Yes. Don't bother me. Here's a spooter. Spooter dooter. I really try to only take commissions I have some interest in or feel like I can relate to in somehow. Sometimes this is one of the ones that came out not how I had it in my head, but better than expected. And I am loving it. I think I know, I don't know, I feel like the forklift thing's fucking amazing. It's just so stabby. Alright, anyways. We're gonna put this down. We're gonna put down, and I'm gonna start the next one. Ah, da 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 da. All right, is she gonna be? Is she in her? Is she in her suit? Louisiana, I am a mountaineer. And you're sleep in pardon the sardine break. Bro, what? It says ingredients, and it lists the ingredients. I was like, wait, like how much am I actually eating? And it says for nutritional information, questions or comments, please call, and it has a number. I'm like, what do you mean you don't have like the nutritional information on it, just the ingredients? God damn it. Are they just scared if people see how delicious these are? They won't want them? No, God, no. Why do I have to call a phone number to find out how many calories this fish is? That's fine. I wonder if it would go good on pizza. I don't think I liked anchovy. The bones were too bony. If it's a deep weld, does that mean you've chamfered the edge of a drilled out rust spot? God damn it. Oh. Fucking, oh my god, sorry. Oh god, the fact that I know what a chamfered edge is. Yes. It just means that it's angled. Okay, so a chamfered edge is, apparently I'm gonna explain. It's when you're trying, as far as I remember, it's when you're trying to weld thicker metals together, and so you chamfer the edges, which is where you basically do a little bevel. And what it does when you do the bevel is it means you can get closer to the other side of the weld because you've removed the material. And then instead of having a big old thick weld that lays on top and didn't really penetrate, it sort of fuses through the bottom and then fills in the trough you created. Now I gotta explain bevels. Ah! A bevel is just an angled edge. Skuttz mansplaining time. I love explaining the things because it means that I remember them. And in case people don't know, it's just, yeah, it's a weird thing I know. Ah, alright. You do enjoy that as well. If you have some weirdly specific piece of knowledge, it's fun to share. Yeah. And it gives me something fun to talk about. Like, it reminds me I used to have a quote-unquote real job and used to do things that were pretty, like, I was pretty good at my job and I knew a lot of shit. People didn't know something, they came to me and they'd be like, Skuttz, what's going on with this? And if I didn't know, then we would go talk to, like, the upper level, like, engineers and shit. But before anybody bothered bothering the engineers, they would bother a poor Skuttz first. But it meant a lot to me that people trusted my knowledge. Like, especially, alright, hold on, we unlocked a rant. Especially in a male-dominated field, like something like manufacturing in a metal shop, right? There's a lot of people who don't want to be wrong or look stupid because they don't know a thing. And so they'll double down on being wrong. And they'll be like, no, this material's made out of this. And it's like, no, it's not. Titanium is not 80% Inconel. It's not nothing. That's not. Or it's, oh god, I can't remember. Was it? I tried to remember what do you fuck if it was nickel. And we were all sitting there like, that's not what the alloy is made out of. And the manager was like, yes, it is. And all of us had been working there and he was new. And all of us lost respect for him out of the gate because instead of admitting that he was wrong and learning from his team, he wanted to appear like he was like smarter than us. And it's like, well, we all know you're wrong. He apologized like a week later, but it was kind of already too late. The damage was done. But if I didn't know something, I would tell you I didn't fucking know. I wouldn't blow smoke up your ass just to look like the hottest shit in the shop. I'd be like, yes, let's go look up the specifications. And we'd go look up the specifications. And if it didn't tell me there, I'm like, all right, let's go bug the big bus. But I think if they showed up with me, it was good because they knew a lot of resources had already been like gone through and exhausted before we were bothering them for their time. Other people would be like, they're always so irritated when I go in there and ask them stuff. I'm like, did you ask them something you could fucking look up in a spec yourself? Maybe? Instead of interrupting them? When I come there, they're like, okay, I need a minute. And they're like fiddling with shit at their desk, trying to like mull over the problem half the time. And they're like, all right, this does this. And it's just like, yeah, they had a happier attitude with me just because I would actually do the work to research the problem before I actually brought it to somebody who was busy solving different problems. But I was doing pretty good. I was gonna be a welder. Now, all I see is lack of fusion. That's a butt joke. We're apparently on welds today. Welding metal. It's better to be wrong early than be wrong later when it's way more expensive. I mean, it's why sometimes I'll be talking about something in chat. I think even when I just was explaining the chamfered edge thing, I said, I believe, if I remember correctly, and I kind of preface that, you know, I'm going from memory here and I could possibly be wrong. I'm pretty sure I was right. But I put the addendum there, and if somebody was like, no, Skuttz, it's this, and like I go look, I'm like, okay, yeah. Like I would admit that I'm wrong. That was something I haven't done in a decade. That makes sense. But I just think that it's crazy that I retain information like that sometimes. I'm like, okay. All right. Better to be wrong early than later. Yeah, as a professional engineer TM, a lot of the questions you get end up with, I don't know, but I can look it up for you. Yeah, that was a common answer. Like, if I didn't know off the top of my head, we'd go check the specs and see what, if it would define there. And, like, even if they're like, well, did you check the specs? I'm like, yes. They're like, okay. The number of people that go in there, like, did you check the specs? And they're like, no. They're like, well, go check the specs and then bug me. It's like, how many times have they had to tell you that? They told me one time, and I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. Cause I firmly believe anybody who's down for No, there were people I lost respect for. It sucked that it was our manager that that did that. He didn't last too long, and he was replaced by, like, he eventually like moved to another job, but I think like it was really hard for him because he had already kind of fucked up the respect for his whole team, and that was really hard to gain back. And you know, that's a lesson to maybe learn in leadership, and that's okay. Like, but man, it taught me like fucking have an egg on your face is not something, does not make you look smart. Like, all right. Oh gosh. I don't, this is, oh my gosh. Okay, so this is wild. Just thinking the thing of looking stuff up and stuff being wrong and whatnot. Uh I had a friend who was trying to figure out if I could eat a particular food at a fast food place, and they're like, "Oh yeah, they have this. Have you tried it?" I'm like, "No, can I even have it?" Because I've got wild food allergies. And so she was like, she went and Googled it, and it was like, what's in Wendy's biscuits? And I think we were trying to see if I could have the biscuits and gravy. And I'm like, I'm really sure I can't have the biscuits because I've already checked for the breakfast sandwiches. Everything's got like soybean oil in it and shit that I cannot have. So when she said, "Oh yeah, it's only got like 4 ingredients," I'm like, "What?" And it's the fucking AI overview, and it's telling her that the Wendy's biscuits, because I looked at what was in the search bar, only had like it was like flour, water, salt, and sugar or something like that. And I'm like, there's no fucking way that the fast food biscuit is made with the same ingredient. That's like what you put in a real biscuit, but that's not what they did. That they make it with other shit, so it's more shelf stable and they can like transport it and have consistency for, you know, the chains and everything. And so I'm like, go to their website and check on the ingredients and the allergens. And sure enough, as soon as we went to the website, everything was there. But like, please, for the love of God, especially if you have a friend with allergies or anything, do not trust what the fuck that says. It regularly tells me that stuff shouldn't have stuff in it. I'm like, I need to go to the source. Like, what does this actually have in it? It's really unhelpful to have an additional hindrance in my fucking food allergies when they're already kind of a pain in the ass. But you know what? I have more uptime than I did when I didn't know what was up with it, so I'll just kind of shut up and deal. But it definitely sucks to lose more and more foods, especially with soybean. Oh god, we're gonna have to do more with soybean because they're not moving. So I'm like, we're gonna see more soybean stuff in food. If there's more food I'm not gonna be able to eat soon, I'm just like, damn it. Can you just make sure you put it on the labels? The fact that companies are putting soy flour and soy oil and stuff and not necessarily marking or like labeling that they've changed the product all the time. Sometimes they'll, like, white cheddar Cheetos were one I could have, and they just hash, but I was like, oh, the packaging's different. I gotta read the label. And so I checked, and sure enough, they had put stuff in it, so I couldn't have it. But at least they changed the packaging, so it gave me like an inkling to check. But I get totally screwed over when it's like places will just change the ingredients, not change the box, not mark that it's like a new formula or anything. And then I end up losing a day of work, and I'm just like, this is lame. But yeah, I just wish companies would really mark when they've changed their ingredients and have different stuff in it. It's a good practice. It is a really good practice. Again, I'm sad about the white cheddar Cheetos, but at least I knew. And I didn't just buy a bag of my favorite snacks, one of the few things I can still have, and then get sick. Just like, boo. Ugh, snacks for Skuttz, man. That's fine. Oh. Kind of like how dogs can't have chocolate, unicorns can't have potatoes. Like, don't it like unicorns are like immortal creatures, right? Unless you feed them nightshades, and then that's their weakness, right? So don't go leaving out sugar-coated potatoes. Leave out coffee. What would I even do? Yeah, it's way harder to gain back respect than it is to lose it. Yeah, absolutely. Very important when trying to integrate into a new team. Yeah, especially in a leadership position. Was a very interesting choice to make. AI overview, of course, you mean the summary of lies. Indeed, the number of times I've tried to Google if a certain program for VTubing will interact with another program, and it will tell me yes via this or that, and I try and it won't work, and I'm frustrated, and I go back and I find like the FAQ on the website, and they're like, it does this, this, and this. And I'm like, oh, it does not say it does that. But the other one has a thing that's vaguely related, and in theory, if stuff was programmed to work that way, it could, but the integration isn't programmed in. So it's like, okay, thanks for the wasted 30 minutes. It's wild. Oh, and searching for refs has gotten longer too. I appreciate my commissioners doing some of the legwork to get relevant references, and then I only have to go get a few that I need. And I usually hunt like the specific ones down myself because I might be after a certain angle or a certain position, unless that's what they're after. And then I'll like, if they're trying to convey something specific, I have my commissioner bring me the ref. But if I have a specific vision with what I'm trying to create, then I'll go find it during the process. Like they're responsible for giving me the character. They're not necessarily responsible for giving me like the computer terminal unless they want a specific computer terminal, and then they should be like, hey, can you do like this old like thick boy monitor? And I'd be like, sure, I can do that. Actually, that's what I'm gonna do. It's a thick boy. Yeah. It's like the one Zoolander broke. I miss when you could see inside the monitor. Like when they had the, like that fad where the plastics were clear and like colorful and see-through and you could see all the mechanics inside stuff was so fucking cool. That's There's so much AI stuff on Google Images now, it's insane. It really is. The big chunky good time, yes. What's blue? It just blew. It blew itself. To get down tonight. It's always a good time. And the world doesn't care. To get down tonight. Wow. Blue. Everybody's steaming. Nobody's happy. The big chunky good time. Oh yeah. The clear plastic of the 90s to early 2000s. I have I think it's a Game Boy Color, and it's the pink clear plastic one. And I hated that my grandma got me the pink one because I didn't like pink, and I think she's part of the reason I hated pink. But now that I found out the shades I like, it's kind of like the pastel of the chat window there. And I'm like, all right, I just like it less. It's also kind of nostalgic. It's one of the only things I had, but I think I only had I want to say 2 or 3 games for it. I had Super Mario Brothers or Super Mario World. I got really good at that one and was trying to complete all the stars, get all of them. And then I had some weird Lord of the Rings game that you could play as like Eowyn and Legolas, and it was interesting. I don't think I ever quite understood exactly what was going on or what the point of it was, but I fucking loved Lord of the Rings, so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna scamper around as Legolas. No one can stop me. That's definitely what elves sound like when they're scampering. They get, yes, yes. It's always a good time. Think just a tank top. All right. It's always a good time. What did I do? It's on the wrong layer. What have you guys been up to lately? Anything, any new fun, like, games or good new music? I found a game called Jazz Cats. Oh god. Here we fucking go. And it was on sale for like $4 on Steam, and I was like, what? And I bullied like 4 people into playing with me. Like, you know how some streamers are like, oh my god, play this World of War Thunder, come join, and it's like, you know, they're trying to get you to join and play so that like they get a kickback or whatever. Like, this was not. This was me just being like, oh my god, this game, the cats have buttholes. It's so cute. It's so cute. Nah, and then you get to run around as cats. And then just, it's chaotic. It's super chaotic. It's a really basic game. And you just like grind for in-game currency while you play to, no, you're not grinding really, but you unlock like different things for your cats, and you can unlock different cats, and it's a lot of fun. And I was just like, okay, this is really cute. This is really cute. It's one I definitely want to play again. Rikira? Alright, I gotta take some notes. Friend of yours introduced you to a band called South Arcade. Okay. I will check these out. What kind of music are they? Also, if you have a favorite song that you think I should listen to of their band, please include that as well, so that I'm not just pulling it up and being overwhelmed. Otherwise, I tend to just pick their highest played song and assume that is the best one to try. So here I am, eating sardines all the time. Actually, it's my last sardine. Aw. All right, hang on. I'm out of water and everything, so I'm gonna take a quick dart off. Um, Deathlight, let me know what you think. If there's anything else I need to add. I think I'm gonna do a little more on this. And then we're getting towards 10, so gonna make the break short. And we'll probably go for the next 30 minutes or so. I didn't realize how late it got. I actually started feeling better, and now I just want to draw more. So, if I run out of stuff to do here, we'll see if I kick up a stream somewhere else. Because I have some stuff to shade. That sounds kind of fun. Think 2000s metal. As for songs, either 2005 or Supermodels. Because I'm trying to rebuild my playlist over on YouTube. I'm moving over from Spotify. So that leaves me super open to wanting to add new stuff to my list. I mean, I always am. It's one of the things I love in my... I need to catch up on it because it's been a minute. Sometimes it takes me a minute. And I've had more and more struggles. But every now and then, I make a committed effort to sit down and scroll through the song suggestions in my Discord because I love it. I have added multiple songs. Looking great. Fantastic. Alright, I'm gonna grab some more water. When was the last time we had an ad break? Should we just do the ad break? I think so. Otherwise, it'll just try to... I'll be in the middle of trying to explain some stupid story. I'll be in the middle of trying to explain what a camphor is. Also, I found out that that's also what you call when a racing car has tires that are tilted in. They're chamfered, I think. Chamfered? Sorry. What is it? No, is that a different one? Ow! Fucking fuck! I'll save. Thank you. Camber. Okay, I'm wrong. Camber's different. See? I'll... Chamfer and camber. They're both about angles. Sound similar, not the same. Thank you for the safe reminder. Alright, that's cool. I was trying to remember. I'm like, because sometimes terms will be used somewhere else to mean something similar but slightly different. I was trying to remember. That's so fucking funny. Alright. Water. Water. All right. Let's see what we can do for the last little bit here. No. All right. It's the only thing that, so the one thing I feel like I would give the advice of drawing every day is when I draw more frequently, I feel like I can go a lot faster and be more accurate to what I want to actually be producing. And the longer I am away from drawing, the less I feel accurate. Do, do, do. she she kind of has kobold vibes. We'll probably be back to doing some Baldur's Gate soon. Oh, I had an announcement and I totally forgot. Holy shit, you guys, I suck at this. Anyways, you may have noticed that I have not been making my usual Wednesday streams. There's been a lot going on, and there's been some changes, and long story short, Wednesdays don't work so well for streaming anymore, and that's fine. So we're gonna be moving to, I think, Tuesdays and Thursdays. We'll still remain trying to shoot for doing a game day, followed by art in the evening. So I'm just going to kind of stick to those two. We're going to have a sandwich in the middle of the week. I'm going to use Mondays for some other things. And we'll have Friday evenings and potentially Saturday mornings. Those are kind of the windows that we are looking at. But yeah, basically, long story short, at some point I need some time to be able to set aside time to take care of housework and clean and meal prep and do some other things. So, we're just trying to schedule things a bit better. And the end result is going to be that after this long standing reign of YouTube videos live streams on Wednesdays, we're gonna be moving them to twice a week and doing them Tuesdays and Thursdays. There's also the possibility, if I just want to use Tuesday and Thursday for entirely work-based streams, we might play video games like Friday and Saturday morning. We'll see. I've figured out the fucking time slots, so it's gonna get better. But essentially, I've had to rework some stuff, so every once in a while, you just have to reevaluate stuff, and when it's not working or there's a better opportunity, you just need to make those adjustments. And so I assessed what's going on and what would fit best, and we're just making a few changes. I'm gonna try to post schedules more. Including in the new Discord. I will be updating. And then that way, Oh god, I forgot I was drawing a leg rug layer. Alright, so let's give her some pants. Duh. It's on the same layer. It's fine. Bah. Just feels good to be drawing again. Not just that, but being able to draw for like longer spans. It's taken a lot of hard work and a lot of effort. But things are getting better. We're getting more drawing time. Doing more stuff. It's great. This old and empty house. We'll do a subathon, I think. Let's do it. I love Halloween. So we'll do a spooky subathon. I think I was trying to get a lot of new stuff going for my birthday. And, like, there were just things that I wanted to add. And so now that those are done, I can do one that's more focused on, like, doing more like a you laugh, you lose, doing more on the punishment wheel. I think we can come up with some fun stuff. And, like, I would love it if we could utilize the sub goals to do something like, essentially unlock doing a new emote, and maybe we could pick it out and do it on stream, depending on how I'm feeling and what's up. But, like, it would allow us to do those kinds of things, and I'm like, hell yes. I'm just not sure what else. I really want to play Project Zomboid. I just want to step on some zombies. Step on the zombies. Oh God. Do you remember when I said I feel like my brat voice would be my VTubing voice? That's what just happened there. I wanting to step on zombies. That's, oh God. Oh, I don't have the Awww. Awww? No, I can't do the Awww. Oh my God, do you remember floppy disk drives? Oh my God, I used to draw on MS Paint, and I used to save my MS Paint drawings on floppy disks. Oh God. MS Paint. Wait, I forgot a mouse. Eh. Wee. Don't copy that floppy. Oh. Let's see, what else? Let's clean up some of this. Let's see. God. For some reason, I remember this weird Pokemon game. I don't remember what the game was. I just remember it's this like little tiny, like half CD. Like it's mini. I was like, what? And I don't even know if there's, nothing I have even has a fucking CD drive in it. That'd be an interesting one. I have some old Pokemon memorabilia. Would that be fun to see if I can get that from my mom? I can like go through some of it. Go for some nostalgia. I probably have some of those fucking Burger King Pokemon crowns. Oh my god. I should just wear one. That would be interesting. I wonder how those are doing. Just a breaker. No Awww here, only Awww. Yes. Dang, getting old school. 16 kilobytes of storage and you were cooking. Oh my god. Were they 3x5? I think, or 3.5 inches. I think so. So I'm gonna, oh god. Okay, so I wanted to make some weird art. And I think I got rid of a whole box of floppy disks that someone gave me. Because I was like, I want to make art out of this. And somebody was like, really? You want to make art out of that? And I was like, okay, fine. And I got rid of it. And now I'm like, dude, I have the coolest fucking idea. And I have no floppy disks. And I had like 50 floppy disks. At least you're not old school enough to be rocking the 5.5 ones then. Christ. Little chunkers. Little rectangles of wisdom. Do squares of wisdom? Wait. Squares of wisdom. I don't think a floppy disk has riz, does it? Like, floppy disk just doesn't sound very rizzy to start with. Got that floppy disk riz. What the fuck do you mean? I don't know. But they have it. Squares of wisdom. That's what you call dating advice. Wisdom. I got that riz and I'm passing on that wisdom. Ow. Because, honestly, let's be real. If you've got high charisma, you've probably made wisdom a dumb stat. Or is it intelligence? Is it always intelligence? Did I make intelligence my dumb stat? As I fall over? Why did I fall over? Oh. Saving that Riz for later. Dude, I've got the most awkward Riz. I throw people so hard. Like, okay, so it comes off as endearing, but it's just horrible. Like, do you guys even want to know? Oh God. Good God. I'm trying to figure out how to say this in a way that's not just so... Don't need to be smart when you're pretty. I wouldn't say I'm pretty. I'm very gremlin. I'm majestic. Yes. But I do this thing where I can throw down some riz. I can lay down a good line, right? Something will be there. We're just quiet. I got a fucking zinger, and I'm just like, hey. And then somebody goes back at me, and they'll banter in return, and or they'll ask me what I mean, and it's just, oh God. I'm trying to think of a good example. But essentially, I make a joke, and when they try to get me to expand on it, basically I short circuit and I can no longer think of anything witty. I'm on the spot and I panic. Even though generally I'm fine, but you know, we got by panic going, right? And so I'm just like, insert straightforward response. And it just comes off as so fucking funny. And it comes off as really endearing, but it's just me being awkward as fuck. Skuttz in her natural habitat, majestically frolicking across the fields. I am majestic as fuck. Face. Oh my God. Talking about dumb stats. Oh God. Have been told you have trans autistic Riz. Like, ooh, Shiny, I want to talk about Shiny with me. I mean, I got Riz if you want to hear what a Camford Weld is. I don't even know. I'm trying to think of like a Twitch safe way of conveying an interaction. Because all the ones I can think of are very, like, when I tell my partners I'm very blunt, I mean I'm very blunt. And they're like, "Oh, okay." And they don't understand until I will like run up to them and I'm like, "It is time." They're like, "Jesus Christ." They're like, "Can we like warm up?" And I'm just like, pounces from the left out of nowhere. They're like, "Huh?" That's not Riz. That's not Riz. I don't know what you call it. It's not Riz. Like, literally, if I'm like talking to a girl and I'm interested, I'm just like, "So, are you like interested in me?" And they'll be like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Cool." And then it never goes further. I'm just terrified. I'm like, "Oh God, I didn't think I'd get this far." One day. One day I will figure it out. Direct self-focus. I'm like that with like anything though. I'm very direct in general. I don't like wasting time beating around the bush. If there's a point to be made, make the point. Life's too short. Ba ba da ba. I got a someone. Oh my god. Okay, all right, hang on. So down below on stream, there's a new link for Throne because I set one up and I forgot. And someone was like, "Hey, it was just your birthday, wasn't it?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they're like, "How come you didn't do you have a Throne? How come you didn't promote it so like people could send you birthday gifts?" And I'm like, they're like, "Well, I can't get you a gift if I can't get you a thing." So I was like, "Well, shit." So yeah, it's all set up now. So if that's a thing anyone's interested in, there's a few useful things I'm trying to add, but that could be wild. Also, the main thing I need to do, though, I think we're going to do a little fundraiser so I can have a setup for when my SI joint goes out, since it's frequent enough that I need, like, to be able to work laying down, or else I just lose too many work days. So once I get this all squared off, that's probably one of the things we'll be doing. And then it'll be rent for next month. It never ends. That's why I appreciate stuff like that, though. It says, I don't know what it is, and I don't know well, I only know who sent it, because I'm guessing it's the one who bullied me to set it up. So, you know. But now I'm like, what? What sent? I'm like, I don't want to go look at the list and see if I can figure it out, because I feel like that takes the fun out of it. But I'm like, aw. I'm excited to, I'm excited to find out what it is. I entirely forgot about that. I'm like, aw. I forgot that was a thing. I think Amazon wishlist, like, basically doxes you, if I remember correctly, so I tried not to use that. Being extremely literal in a joke situation can be either dry humor or sheer awkwardness, and others are none the wiser. I will say I might not be the master of Riz, but I am the master of awkward Riz. I'm so weird. It's fine. Again, very direct. But I suck at flirting, and I just will never realize if somebody's flirting with me. I'm like, "Oh, that was a nice interaction." And my friend will be like, "Oh my god, they were so into you." And I'm like, "The fuck? Really?" They're like, "Oh god, yeah." And I'm like, "I thought they weren't just being nice." I'm like, "Well, that's why you gotta be blunt." Just like, oh man. Direct. That's why I'm like, hello. Okay, it is all okay. I don't think it's intentional, but like sometimes I'm just like, oh my gosh, like you're so beautiful. I just want to draw you, and like I only say it when I mean it, so it's a very genuine compliment. But I'm like, I think that is like, Like that's one. That's one. So, anyways, TLDR, fuck AI, learn to draw, you'll get bitches. Bitches love it. Women love a self-sufficient. Guys love it. Everybody loves it. You're just like, I'm gonna draw you, make you beautiful. They're like, oh my god. I'm like, sorry, I drew a pinup of you. They're like, thanks, I'll treasure this forever. I'm only half kidding. They really do. Oh, I don't even have a picture of it, but for Christmas I was invited to a new friend group of like people I used to hang out with but haven't in a long time, and so like reconnecting with friends and everything. And so I'm like, oh god, I don't know this person I got, and it's like I know a good chunk of people, but there's one or two new people. I'm just like, and I got one of the new people for the Secret Santa gift exchange, and I'm like, okay, well I don't really have money to spend, but I can set a timer and I can do like so much of a drawing basically. And that was my gift. And I was like, okay, I'll do it traditionally, because that's a treat for me, because I do most of my work digitally. And I drew him from memory because I was afraid that I would draw him too sexy just by trade and what I do. I was like, oh god, oh god. So I was like, okay, it can't be too perfect, it can't be too good. And so it was just fucking hilarious. But it's just, since then it's basically lived in their home. It's like one of their prized pieces. Whenever someone new comes over, they're like, oh my god, you have to check this out. Because all I knew is that they liked grilling, so I put them in a like apron with a spatula, just like in a magical girl like kind of sexy style. I was just like, I don't know, please think this is good and not too much. I was just like, oh my god, they fucking love it. And so now everybody wants me for the Secret Santa, because they all want me to, they know whoever gets me as a Secret Santa is gonna get a funky little pinup drawn. And I'm just I just literally made the same face that she's making right now. I'm just like, it's expected now. This is my life. This is my life. All my friends want me to draw them like little sexy retro pinups. That's a good life. I can't complain. The only humor you can do is dad jokes, you probably noticed. Dad jokes are always good, though. Your bosses hate how blunt you can be because they're trying to do the whole value your time, and then they ask me, do you value your time? And you told them when working, no. They get so upset with you for simple statement. Well, I don't, yeah, any boss that wants you to say that you, like, are, and like, if they're not paying you enough to value it, that's pretty rough. I'm like, shoot. Past Skuttz has set the standard. Future Skuttz must meet darn past Skuttz. Yeah, exactly. Like, this is the thing now. I didn't pick it, but they want it. And I can't let them down. Like, even if I had the means to buy a gift this winter for somebody, for like a gift exchange, they would actually be fucking disappointed if they opened a box and got something store-bought. They'd be like, "Oh, I wanted a sexy banner, but just wanted to, you, what? Oh, I mean, thanks." Like, I know that it would. I'm like, all right. I just have to. I just have to uphold the tradition now. I love it, though. Alright, I'm trying to think what else to do to this. Oops. Ah, making it worse, I'm making it worse. Do 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 do. Honestly, the only employers I've known that have valued my time have been small employers, like small owned businesses, and I've often been treated with more understanding than the time I worked for a big business. I got a raise because I got a certification, and then they came around to the point in the year where they were giving everybody raises, and I think I got a 50-cent raise because of my cert, and the max we were allowed was like 75 cents or something like that. And so I went in for my review, and I got like a 25-cent bump because they counted my cert bump into my raise for the year. And then the same person I was working with who didn't get certified got the exact same max raise of 75 cents, but then like 2 months later she got certified and got the 50-cent pay bump. So because she got certified after I did, she got paid more even though I was doing more difficult work. I was fuming. It's part of the reason I was going to leave the company regardless, because I did not feel respected. I busted my ass and they were like, we're actually gonna short you on the raise. You would have been better off to not get certified at all, actually. That we just gave you more responsibilities and not actually more pay. I was like, fuck you guys. I see how it is. And I was actually planning on at some point trying to make art a living myself. I'd wanted to start investing in like merch and trying to do like conventions and doing that kind of circuit. But unfortunately, just with the way things fell, I can't really do merch. Oh, sorry. I did not have time to mute the microphone. I had to brace my neck. This is how we do. Okay. Big stretch. But yeah, I was like, okay. That's why I appreciate how... I missed it. I tried to... Ow. Okay, that just... Now my muscle's spasming. Alright, we might have to end the stream now. It's time for me to lay down. I just hurt my shoulder sneezing because I rolled a 1. I sneezed, I rolled a 1. It's time to go lay down. Thank you for joining me. I'm gonna go ahead and catch up on chat real quick. Let's see. Oh no, I don't want to sneeze anymore. Please make it stop. Alright. Ugh. That's crazy. I mean, the whole max raise amount is bullshit. Yeah, I should have gotten essentially a $1.25 raise, but they shorted me down to 75 cents. And then they were also having me work in a position where my senior I was going to be replacing was making like... It was either 27 an hour or it was like low 30s, like 32 an hour. And they were only paying me 16 at the time. I think it was $16.25. And then I might have made a little bit more because of whatever shift I was on or whatever. But, like, they were basically paying me half of the person they were paying to I was training to replace. And they were having me do the work that, like, they were having me do the work as training while I was working to get my cert. But they weren't going to give me the pay for what I was doing for up to, I think it was 2 years. Because the person in front of me was getting their cert first. And it was like a year-long process. And then I could get my cert next when theirs was done and the next slot was available. But this whole time I was going to be doing the whole work. And I would just have to have somebody else review stuff and check it over. And I'm like, so I'm being paid to do a $32 an hour job at 16. I understand I lack the experience that person had for being with the company for as long as they had, but I was still doing high demand, high stress work for the same pay as everybody doing the same job that I technically held, while they were having me train in a position for a higher pay I didn't technically qualify to earn, which was wild. So I was just like, so you guys just are gonna keep fucking me over. And yeah, so I wasn't planning on getting sick and losing my job that way. But I'm super glad that I ended up doing art for a living, because that part rocks and that makes me happy. So thank you all for being part of this amazing journey and part of what makes it rock and part of what I love about life and everything. Making art, making scrunkly doodles, and I'll tidy up the last of these later when I'm doing better. But we made good progress. I got them done. I think we were shaking the rust off because these are starting to not look so scrunkly after all, you know? Take care. Have a good one. Be good to yourselves and everybody else. And I'll be back at some point. Ooh, with maybe a schedule I'll keep. My body willing. The soul is willing, but the body is weak and fleshy.